Today, let us review the concept of Python language that you have studied in the previous class. Any task that you perform in your daily life consists of 3 steps: input, processing, and output. Have you ever tried to make a clay toy? Let us see the process of creating a toy by following the given steps. Take raw clay. Mold the clay into the desired shape. Finally, color the toy and leave it to dry for some time. So, you see that the formation of a toy is divided into 3 major steps. Raw clay is the input. Molding, coloring, and drying is the processing, and the clay toy is the output. A computer also works in the same manner. First, a computer accepts the data input by the user. Then it processes the data, and finally it gives you the output. A computer performs all these operations with the help of programs. A program is a step-by-step sequence of instructions that help the computer to perform the given task. There are many programming languages that you can use to write the programs. For example, Python, C, C++, Java, etc. In your previous class, you have already studied the Python language. This chapter will help you in recapitulating the previously learned concepts of Python. Let us know about features of Python language. Python is a general-purpose high-level programming language which is simple and interactive, platform-independent, case-sensitive, object-oriented, interpreted language, uses variables without declaration. All these features make Python a popular language. It was created by Guido van Rossum at CWI, Centrum, Visconde and Informatica. It can be used for designing console apps where text-based application is involved, like in C and C++ language. Desktop applications, web applications, mobile applications, machine learning, robotics, and performing scientific computing. Some popular applications which are designed using Python are YouTube, Google, Dropbox, Instagram, Quora, BitTorrent. Let us learn how to install Python on your computer. Let me share a tip with you. You can download various Python distributes from www.python.org/download. After installing Python, you will get the following screen. Let's know more. Python is an open source software. This means that its source code is available to the public. You can download it, change it, use it, and distribute it. This property of a programming language is called FLOSS, free, libre, and open source software. Now let's talk about working modes of Python. Python works in 2 different modes: interactive mode, script mode. Interactive mode. In the interactive mode of Python, the interpreter executes the statements one by one. After the first statement is executed successfully, it moves to the next statement. It means that in the interactive mode, the statements are executed line by line, giving the output instantaneously. To work in the interactive mode, follow the process given below. Click on the Start button, then go to All Programs, then go to Python 3.7, and then go to Idle, Python 3.7. It will open the Python shell window where you will see the Python prompt. Type the following commands in interactive mode and see the output. Print function. The print function can be used in interactive mode as well as in the script mode. It is used to display user-defined messages on the screen. Using the print function, we can also show the result of an expression once it is processed. There are many parameters or arguments that can be passed in the print function. For example, we can use many separators with print function to format the displayed result. These include comma to print the next value after a space, /n inverted comma, new line to print the new value in the next line, /t inverted comma, tab to print the next value after a tab space. One tab equals to 5 spaces. For example, idle. Idle is an integrated development environment for editing and running Python commands. If we type an arithmetic expression at the Python prompt and press the Enter key, the interpreter automatically evaluates it and displays the result. In this case, the interpreter acts as a simple calculator. It executes instructions one line at a time. In this mode, if you are evaluating an expression, it is not necessary to use the print function. For example, script mode. In the interactive mode, Python displays the results of expressions. In the script mode, however, Python does not automatically display results. We use an interactive mode when we write small programs because the output in the interactive mode is compressed between the statements and is not suitable for writing lengthy programs. So, to write lengthy programs, we use the script mode in which we can create and edit the programs. The files created in the script mode can be saved for later use. Writing a program in script mode. To write a program in script mode, follow the given steps. Click on the file, then go to New File option. A new file opens. Write the program and save your file by selecting the file, then go to Save option. The files in Python are saved with the extension .py. Once your file is saved, you can open the same file by selecting the file, then go to Open option. And execute the file using F5 key, or click on Run, then go to Run Module option. Know the fact that the complete script is written in an editor such as Notepad in Windows. Let us understand variables. While creating programs in Python, you may require some storage location to hold the values to be used later. Whenever we need these values, we can draw these values from the storage and use them for processing. These locations that are used to store values in memory are known as variables. A variable can store only one data value at a time. When a new value is stored in a variable, its previous value gets overwritten. For example, a equals to 10 hash. The value 10 is stored in the variable a. b equals to 20 hash. The value 20 is stored in the variable b. c equals to a into b hash. The product of a and b, that is 10 into 20 equals to 200, is stored in the variable c. In the above example, a, b and c are the variables that store the values 10, 20 and 200 respectively. Rules to write the variable names. When you are specifying any variable name, you need to follow certain rules. A variable name must start with an alphabet, capital or small, or an underscore. A variable name can consist of alphabets, digits, and underscore. No other character is allowed. A Python keyword cannot be used as a variable name. Space is not allowed in a variable name. Remember, a variable name can be of any length. Variable names are case sensitive. Example, roll number and roll number are different variable names. Examples of some valid variable names are Stafford, staff underscore address, min value, max underscore value, age 1980, a 45R. Following are the examples of some invalid variable names. Invalid variable name, book name, reason, space is not allowed. 90 price. Variable name cannot start with a digit. Book.price. Dot is not allowed. Book at author. Special characters are not allowed. Min. Min is a keyword in Python, so it cannot be used as a variable name. Okay, let's know more. A keyword is a word that conveys a special meaning to the compiler. Let us learn about data types in Python. While writing a Python program, you need to work with different types of data. For example, if you have to enter the height of a person, you will be required to use the decimal value. But if you have to write the name of a person, then you need to use a string or a collection of characters. The type of data value that can be stored in an identifier, such as a variable, is known as its data type. The data type of a value or a variable is an attribute that tells what kind of data a variable can have. Data types help in classifying different types of data values used in a program. Python language has standard data types that are used to define operations performed on them and the storage method for each of them. The main data types used in Python are given below. Serial number, data type, explanation. Number 1. Integer. It is used when you have to work with whole numbers, positive or negative. These can be plain integer. Store values in the range of -21474836648 to 21474836647. Long integers. Support the values that lie beyond the range of plain integers. Bool represents logical values in the form of true and false. In Boolean, 0 represents false and 1 represents true. 2. Float represents floating point values. 3. String represents a collection of characters enclosed within single or double quotes. Examples of values and their data types are given below. Serial number, value, type. Serial number 1, value 1500 to 1986, type integer. Number 2, 709, 789, 17.234, float. Number 3, 423.0, integer. Number 4, Python underscore language, string. Number 5, 124, smaller than 987, bool. Now let us learn type function. If you want to know what type of data you are working with, use the type function. It is used to return the data type of a value. Look at the following example. Let us find out about input function. In the earlier part of this chapter, we have used equal to sign, which is known as an assignment operator in Python. This operator is used to store a value in a variable. The value stored in a variable can be changed during the program execution. But to make the program user-friendly, input function is used, which allows the user to enter the value during the execution of the program as required. Program. Let us see what happens when you use input function with integer and float values. Program. In the above program, when you enter integer values and try to add them, the values are not added. Rather, they are joined together. Similarly, when you try to multiply these values, you will get an error as shown in the program given below. Program. This happens because the data type of a variable is a string by default, and a string can neither be added nor be multiplied. So, to convert this string into an integer or a float value, we use the functions integer and float respectively. Program. Let me explain you about operators in Python. Now the concept of variables and various data types in Python is clear to you. Let us perform some arithmetic and logical operations on the variables. If a teacher asks you to find the product of two numbers, say 20 and 30, what will you do? You will multiply these numbers, that is 20 into 30, and you will get the result 600. So, if A equals to 20 and B equals to 30, then the product will be calculated as follows. C equals to A into B equals to 20 into 30 equals to 600. In the above expression, asterisk is a symbol which is used to multiply these two numbers. Similarly, in place of asterisk, if you use plus, you will get the sum of these numbers, that is 20 plus 30 equals to 50. Operators are used to perform different operations, arithmetic, relational, and logical, on operands and give a meaningful result. For example, in the above expressions, we have used symbols like plus, asterisk, and equal to, which are called operators, and variables like A, B, and C, which are called operands. Python provides different types of operators to work with. These are listed in the following table. Operator, Arithmetic operators. Function. These operators are used to perform arithmetic operations on the data. These can be further classified as unary operators. They work on a single operand, unary plus and unary minus. Example, a equals to 10 and a equals to minus 10. Binary operators. They work on two operands. Addition plus, to find the sum of the data values. 30 plus 20 equals to 50. Subtraction, to find the difference of the data values. 100 minus 30 equals to 70. Multiply, to find the product of the data values. 10 into 2 equals to 20. Division, to divide the numbers and give the result in decimal form. 10 divided by 4 equals to 2.5. Integer division, to divide the numbers and give the result in integer form. 10 division 4 equals to 2. Modulus, percentage, to divide the numbers and give the remainder. 10 percentage 3 equals to 1. Exponential, to find the powers of the numbers. 3 asterisk asterisk 4 equals to 81. Program. Operator, string operators. Function, string operators work on the string values. These operators are of two types. Concatenation plus, it is used to join two string values. Example, KIPS plus learning, KIPS learning. Replication, asterisk, it is used to repeat a string for a number of times. KIPS multiply by 4, KIPS, 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 KIPS. Program. Operator, assignment operators. Function, this operator is used to assign a value to a variable. Example, a equals to 290. The value 290 is assigned to the variable a. Program. Operator, relational operators. These operators are used to show relationship between two operands. They compare the values assigned to the operands and give the output in a Boolean expression. These are less than, greater than, less than and equal to, greater than and equal to, not equal to, equal to. Example, A equals to 100, B equals to 30. A is greater than B, true. A is equal to B, false. Program. Operator, logical operators. Function. These operators are used to combine two or more conditional statements. They provide the result in the form of true or false. These are of three types. AND gives the result true if all the specified conditions are true. A equals to 28, B equals to 78. A is smaller than 100 and B is smaller than A. True and false. False. OR gives result true if any one of the specified conditions is true. A is smaller than 100 or B is smaller than A. True and false. True. Not. It reverses or negates the given condition. If the condition is true, it evaluates to false and vice versa. Not A, smaller than 100. Not. True. False. Program. Let us observe the use of various operators in Python programs. Let us learn about precedence of operators. The precedence of an operator refers to the order of priority in which the operators are evaluated in an expression. In case two operators with the same precedence are the part of an expression, then associativity is taken into consideration. The associativity of an operator determines the direction of operators from which side, either left to right or vice versa. The expression should be resolved. Precedence of operators. Operators, description. Operators, brackets, description, parenthesis, asterisk, asterisk, exponentiation, plus x, minus x, plus unary, minus unary. Asterisk, slash, double slash, percentage, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, plus minus, binary addition, subtraction, smaller, greater, smaller than, equal to, greater than, equal to, not equal to. Relational operators. Not, and, or. Boolean or logical operators. Remember, use BODMAS rule to evaluate the operators in an expression. BODMAS, brackets of divide, multiply, addition, subtraction. Let's know more. In Python programs, tab indentation is used in place of curly braces, used in other programming languages like C, C++, and Java, which brings clarity while reading codes. Now let us talk about comments in Python. Comments are the statements that are added to a program with the purpose of making the code easier to understand. Compilers and interpreters generally ignore comments during the execution of the program. If you add comments to your Python program, Python will not show the text written in the comments in the output. Although comments are optional, they are needed from the user's perspective. In Python, there are two types of comments. Single-line comments. Single-line comments are created by beginning a line with the hash character and are automatically terminated at the end of the line. Multi-line comments. Sometimes your program may need to explain things in more details, which may exceed one line. Such comments are called multi-line comments. We can provide multi-line comments in a program by adding a delimiter at the beginning and the end of the comment. For example, hash. This is a program used to calculate the simple interest. Double quote, double quote, double quote. Program to enter the rate of interest, principal and time period. Use these variables to calculate the simple interest and print the same. Double quote, double quote, double quote. Remember, single line comments appear in red color and multi-line comments appear in green color. Let us learn about types of control structures. In a computer program, statements are generally executed in a sequential manner. However, at times, the user may need to change this order of execution by repeating or skipping the execution of a few statements, subject to a given condition. In such a situation, the flow of execution is altered by the use of control statements. Before proceeding further, we must understand the different types of constructs or statements in programming that govern the flow of the control of a program. There are different types of statements that control the flow of a program. These include sequential statements. In sequential construct, the statements in a program are executed in a sequential manner, where one statement is followed by the other, with no possibility of branching off to another action. For example, to calculate the area of a rectangle, first enter the length and the breadth of the rectangle. Then calculate its area and print the result. Program. Conditional statements. In programming languages, conditional statements cause the program control to transfer to a specific location, depending on the outcome of the conditional expression. Every decision involves a choice between the two alternatives, yes and no result. If a conditional statement is true, then one set of statements is executed. Otherwise, the other set of statements is executed. For example, if a number is completely divisible by 2, then it is an even number. Otherwise, it is an odd number. You will be studying more about these statements in the coming section. Iterative statements. These statements repeat a set of statements for a specific number of times, as long as the given condition is true. When the given condition becomes false, the control comes out of the loop and the repetition stops. For example, the loop will be repeated for 10 times till the sum of the 10 natural numbers are calculated. You will learn more about these statements in the next chapter. Alright, let us understand about conditional statements. In a program, the statements are generally executed sequentially. However, at times the user may need to change this order of execution, either by repeating or skipping the execution of a few statements, subject to a given condition. In such situations, the task can be performed by the use of control statements. The conditional statements check the condition and execute the statements accordingly. Let us understand this concept with a simple example. Suppose you want to withdraw some money from the ATM. You will be allowed to withdraw the money only if you enter the correct PIN number. Look at the plan of action based on the condition. Condition: if correct PIN is entered. Plan of action: you can withdraw the money. Condition: if incorrect PIN is entered. Plan of action: you cannot withdraw the money. Thus, observe that you can follow one plan of action if the condition is true. Otherwise, the other plan of action is followed. Let us analyze it with the help of a flow chart. A flow chart is a pictorial representation of the flow of steps or a procedure to solve a problem. Start. Go to the ATM and enter the PIN. Is the incorrect PIN is entered? No. Cannot withdraw the money. Stop. Is the correct PIN entered? Yes. Withdraw the money. Stop. In the conditional statement, the most important element is the condition, based on which the decision is based. The execution of the statements depends on the evaluation of this condition. Let us understand the various conditional statements given below. Statement: if. Explanation and syntax. This statement is used to evaluate only one condition. It performs a course of action if the condition evaluates to true. Otherwise, it skips the statements. Syntax: if condition. Statements set. Example: program. A equal to integer, bracket in input, bracket in double quote in, enter a number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. B equals to integer, bracket in input, bracket in, double quote in, enter another number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. If A is equal to B, colon, print, bracket in, double quote in, the number are equal, double quote close, bracket close. Output: enter a number, 34. Enter another number, 34. The numbers are equal. If-else. The if-else control structure is used when either of the two different actions are to be performed, depending the result of the conditional expression. It works with two blocks, if and else. In case the conditional expression evaluates to true, the statements in the if block are executed, and if the result is false, then the statements in the else block are executed. Syntax: if condition, statements set 1, else statements set 2. Example: program. A equals to integer, bracket in input, bracket in, double quote in, enter the first number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. B equals to integer, bracket in, input, bracket in, double quote in, enter the second number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. If A is greater than B, colon, print, bracket in A, comma, double quote in, is greater than, double quote close, comma, B, bracket close. Else, print, bracket in B, comma, double quote in, is greater than, double quote close, comma, A, bracket close. Output: enter the first number, 456. Enter the second number, 234. 456 is greater than 234. If, elif, else. Sometimes we need to work with multiple conditions. In this case, only using if-else construct does not serve the purpose. The if, elif, else statements provide a compact way to perform multiple tests on a condition. Syntax: if condition, statements set 1, elif condition, statement set 2, else statement set 3. Example: program. A equals to integer, bracket in input, bracket in, double quote in, enter the first number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. B integer, bracket in input, bracket in, double quote in, enter the second number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. If A is greater than B, colon, print, bracket in A, comma, double quote in, is greater than, double quote close, comma, B, bracket close. Elif, B is greater than A, colon, print, bracket in B, comma, double quote in, is greater than, double quote close, comma, A, bracket close. Else, colon, print, bracket in, double quote in, both the numbers are equal, double quote close, bracket close. Output: enter the first number, 548. Enter the second number, 548. Both the numbers are equal. We can also check multiple conditions in the following manner. Syntax: if condition, statement set 1, elif condition, statement set 2, elif condition, statement set 3, elif condition, statement set 4, else, statement set 5. Example: program A equals to integer, bracket in input, bracket in, double quote in, enter first number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. B equals to integer, bracket in input, bracket in, double quote in, enter second number, colon, double quote close, bracket close, bracket close. C equals to input, bracket in, double quote in, enter your choice of operator, colon, double quote close, bracket close. If C equals to single quote in plus single quote close, colon, print, bracket in, double quote in, the sum of the number is, colon, double quote close, comma, A plus B, bracket close. elif C equals to single quote in minus single quote close, colon, print, bracket in, double quote in, the difference of the numbers is, colon, double quote close, comma, A minus B, bracket close. elif C equals to single quote in, asterisk, single quote close, colon, print, bracket in, double quote in, the product of the number is, colon, double quote close, comma, A into B, bracket close. elif C equals to single quote in slash single quote close, colon, print, bracket in, double quote in, the quotient of the number is, colon, double quote close, comma, A divided by B, bracket close. Else, colon, print, bracket in, double quote in, wrong operator input, double quote close, bracket close. Output: enter first number 100, enter second number 50, enter your choice of operator, asterisk. The product of the number is 5000.